No. Technical issues. Technical issues.
Gene, we can't see you, mate.
Okay.
You're on camera.
There you go. How's everything there?
I've got you.
Well, hello everyone. We are live on the Mr. Monkey live feed.
Good evening, guys. Guys, this is Mr. Monkey. My name is Big Bear. We have also got Shane the King Monkey. We have also got Gene with us tonight. Guys, tonight we're talking about the policy that USA is talking about bringing in. Guys, if you don't want this to happen, because eventually it will happen to all of us, stand up for your rights, fight the FDA, fight everybody else. Come on, guys. Guys, what do you think?
Well, whatever happens in America could quite possibly happen in the UK. We've got kind of a different situation over here with how vaping is being perceived by the government. It's being endorsed by Public Health England. So we've got kind of a different situation than the Americans. And we've got TPD, which we're kind of regulated.
Yeah, we are, but at the same time, Gene, you know fine well what will happen. We do Brexit, or when Brexit happens in this country, we will get hit with it eventually. That's why I'm urging all our viewers to stand up.
I
don't think that's going to happen.
No,
I think once we go alone, then it's up to us. It's up to our government then. We don't have to adhere to anybody else's rules or policies, do we?
Yeah, that's true, man.
See, I mean, with the TPD, we're already taxing the nicotine content in e-liquids. So that takes out a lot of the issues that we've got with the tobacco or the nicotine issues of the government losing tax revenue.
Well, that's it, and that's the reason it was brought in, because obviously they started to lose too much money on cigarettes.
Yep.
And it was the reason for them to put this TBD law in for liquid companies to rethink their strategy on their liquids. They took out all nicotine of juices of anything higher than a 10ml bottle had to go with no nicotine, and then you had to add your own nicotine into it.
Well, what they were trying to do was to make the bottles smaller, and the e-liquid companies, that was kind of a loophole to them. So it meant that you could sell 10ml of just the nic, and that was illegal. Sorry, new teeth. And I lost my teeth because of smoking. So this is a kind of a massive wake-up call to me. Smoking was so bad for you. That's another reason why the NHS doesn't want to see people taking from the NHS because of cigarettes. Vaping, according to Public Health England, is so much better for you. Oh my God, there's a mess there. We've seen it all now. That's going in the first blooper film. But no, I mean, I think America is its own little, has its own little problems, and they're not little. According to the FDA, what that you sent me, William, from their website, it doesn't just include e-cigarettes, it's everything to do with vaping. Any form of nicotine delivery system will come under this, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any easy solution for for e-liquid companies.
You see, this morning we obviously we have a fellow American on MeWe, Steve Ring, I think it is.
Stephen King.
Steve Ring.
No, Steve Ring, yeah. He was saying that if they're going to try and push tobacco flavour onto people now, his problem would be, why would he want to go and vape tobacco flavoured liquid when he could then just go back and buy a packet of cigarettes to get the same flavour or even better? And you know, he quit smoking, he went vaping, he tried smoking again for a few months. It nearly ended his life because of obviously health issues, and he's rather worried about it. And I said to him that, look, I said, unfortunately, this is what your country is wanting at the minute because of what's happening. They want people to go back to the cigarettes. I said, so your people need to take the stand and fight this, get a petition, or, you know, like at the minute there's a link floating around. If you check my Facebook page, actually, the link's on there where you can email the president, or you can even email the federal people, and you just need to get everybody to inundate his email box or his secretary's email box that much that they have to listen, and he will have to try and take some action against it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, to me, it's not even the vaping that's doing the damage. It's all the other stuff that folk are putting in, such as the THC and stuff like that through their vape liquid, that's causing overdoses, as far as I'm led to believe.
It's black market.
It's black market stuff that's causing it. It's not the CBD that's already regulated through the FDA, through everything like that.
Yeah, the head of the of Public Health England, he actually said it is down to additives inside the e-liquids. People adding cannabinoids and spice being specifically mentioned by him. Now, spice,
yeah.
I mean, we know in England how dangerous spice can be. You only have to go to the Midlands to see the effects that spice has had.
Yeah,
people.
Just go to somewhere like Manchester or somewhere like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's shocking. And so, you know, vaping spice, you've got to be out of your mind. There's nothing wrong with vaping most CBD oils, I would think.
You've got to be out to take spice in the first place.
Spice is so, I mean, it's deadly. It kills people. So it's funny how in America you've had all these space of problems. We haven't seen that anywhere else in the world. It's only in America. So, yeah.
And as over there, it's to do with like the spice and the meth and all that they're putting in themselves into the liquids. Because like with spice and meth, you can melt it down into a liquid form and add it in to the liquid itself.
Yeah.
Now, to me, that is just absolutely goddamn stupid, if you ask me.
I mean, I agree.
If you want it, personally, if you want to hit like meth or something like that, fucking go and hit meth. Get away from everything. Get away from the vape. If you want to do it, go do it properly.
Yeah, but unfortunately, kids are always going to try something different.
Yeah,
and
that's
peer pressure. Somebody says to you, "Hey, look, Shane, I've got this. Have a puff on this. See what it's like." What are you going to say? You don't want to look bad in front of your mates, so you take that hit.
Yeah, but then you're crossing into the charters of where that's where your parents come into the situation. That is where you need to be educating your children to say, look, don't give in to the peer pressure. Don't give in to this, that, and the other. You know, I've got 2.5-year-old boy. Now, I'd rather him see me vaping than lighting up a cigarette.
Yep.
Just pure fact of when he can grasp of knowing what it is, and when he is the age of wanting to smoke, I will have an even more vast knowledge of vaping. And not just that, I've got a lot of friends and a lot of acquaintance within the business to be able to go, look, if you don't want to listen to me, speak to like, say, Gene, or to you, William. You know, that's where we as this generation or older generations can start to give them the knowledge to know that yes, it contains nicotine, but it is 95% safer to vape than it is to smoke a cigarette.
On my group page, there's a really interesting video on YouTube, the tobacco documentary. It's well worth having a look at and seeing that. Now, that was done probably 10, 15 years ago. But
is that the one you sent me earlier?
Yeah. It all points back to stuff that's already happened before. And the whole thing, all of this breaking down of the e-liquids and allowing tobacco flavours to stay, this just plays into the hands of the American tobacco companies. Did you know that I think it's Philip Morris spent $1.5 million on the inauguration party for Trump?
Yep.
Trump, on my group page, there's a Guardian article from 2 years ago. Goes into how deep tobacco companies lie within the government. It is integral to many people's campaigns. There's huge sums of money being spent by the tobacco companies, basically bribing people to bring in what they want. So there is an underlying situation with the tobacco companies.
It's almost like another one of these conspiracy things.
Oh yeah.
That there's a higher thing pulling the strings of the president, basically.
Yeah. I'll go and put my tinfoil hat on in a minute, but yeah, I mean, it's true though.
I mean, tonight we were meant to actually have OJ and Wayne, who are the owners of Mr. Monkey, come on with us. But unfortunately tonight they're actually stuck at the shop as well, guys. Or they would have been here and joining in. Wayne has actually asked me as well to bring up the fact that a lot of the stuff that we're seeing in the newspapers are only a quarter of what is actually happening in the background in the vaping industry. Now, personally, I've been vaping now, 5 years. Before that, I smoked, and I smoked since I was 8-year-old. Now, I'm a chronic asthmatic. Couldn't play football. Couldn't run about with my kids. I've got 3 kids, and I couldn't run about with them. Now, I can go play football with them. I can run about with the kids, and I'm not out of breath. And that is coming from a 31-year-old man. Yeah. Now, Gene is slightly older than myself. He's about, 10 years older than myself, Gene?
No. I'm only a couple of years older than you. I'll be 50 next year.
Yeah. And I mean, Gene himself has even said, like, in our private conversations that we have amongst ourselves, Gene has said to me in the past that he's feeling a lot better from coming on to the vape.
Oh, yeah.
And I bet from Shane's experience from smoking as well, and then coming on to the vape, he's feeling a bit better as well. Now, from a chronic asthmatic like myself, I used to have to take 3 inhalers, a brown one, a blue one, and a purple one. Now, the purple one was a steroid inhaler, and that was to keep my lung function going. Now, I have not had to use my inhaler since I've come onto the vapes 5 years ago.
Yeah.
If that doesn't tell you something, that is showing you something, guys. Use your own brain. Stand up to the FDA. Stand up to everything else. If you are watching in the States, guys, we'll quite happily support you here in the UK. But stand up. Fight for your rights.
Yeah, I mean, there's places like CASA where you can lodge your interest with them. They'll send you emails about what's going on. They're very good. I think there's Not Blowing Smoke is another one. People need to go to those sites and educate themselves on what's actually happening. We don't know whether Trump says a lot of things. We don't know whether this is actually going to go ahead or not. So it is a scary situation, and what happens in America often happens here. So we have to watch our backs as well.
Yeah.
As for this live feed, as you say, hopefully next time we'll have OJ on and Wayne. We will fix some of the issues that we've got with Skype, because Skype doesn't, on the phones, doesn't allow you to send out your digital signature. So we have to do it a different way. Hopefully on our first real live, we make OJ happy, and we should be having quite a bit of fun soon.
Yeah, I mean, if you have got any topics, guys, as well that you want to talk about, now start. You have got us on MeWe. Come over to MeWe as well, guys. That's another thing I wanted to bring up tonight, guys. Facebook is being shite to us because of the tobacco companies. This has been proven. It's all to do with tobacco companies pushing peer pressure onto Facebook because of our vaping industry.
Yeah.
Our vaping industry is worth a lot more money than what the tobacco companies are right now. We are pushing over 3.6 million, was it, Gina? I sent you the figures earlier.
Yeah, 3.6 million.
3.6 million vapors in the USA alone, and that is just the college and school kids that are old enough to smoke. I didn't manage to figure out the details of what the figures are for the UK, which I will have for the next time.
There's 35,000 vape shops in America, and if you take that they employ, let's say 2 or 3 people each, that could be $3.5 billion of lost income or lost salaries. So that's just in America alone. So you're talking about billions and billions of dollars or pounds that could be lost to the economy or given back to the tobacco companies. But there's lots of things we need to talk about. Things like, you know, we were going to do something on mech mods and the safety of mech mods. Mech mods can be really, really dangerous. They're absolutely brilliant if you know what you're doing. But there's some safety stuff we wanted to talk about. There's talking about e-juices that are out there.
It's the live is not showing up on YouTube, mate. We've just tried to run. I've just tried to look it up there, mate. It's not coming up.
Oh, okay. Well, let's close this down for the moment. See what's happening, and yeah, we'll come back. Let me just double check the. No, I think it is going there. Should be up. Okay. Well, we'll get there and let's close this down for the moment. And we'll see you all next time.
Peace.
Keep it classy.
Peace out.